Lotus Evija is pushing the limits of an electric vehicle. This EV beast is soon going to be the most powerful production car on the market, with a horsepower over 1,500 and record-breaking speeds. But what led the Lotus Company to build such a powerful electric vehicle? Stay tuned so you can find out what makes the Lotus Evija so powerful and why a company would dare bring this beast into the world. The Lotus Evija is the most powerful car to enter series production in the Lotus Company. Its performance, technology, and physics have all been designed to give the driver the most elated driving experience imaginable. However, what motivated the Lotus Company to create such a high-level supercar? It all started in 1948 with the founding of the company. The Lotus Company, otherwise known as Lotus Engineering Ltd at the time, was formed by engineers Colin Chapman and Colin in the country of England. These two engineers had aspirations to build the fastest and most powerful cars imaginable. Lotus Engineering Ltd strove to make this goal reality, and as a result was quickly recognized by consumers and competitors for their aesthetic fiberglass bodywork, race car design, and advanced performance. Throughout the years, the Lotus Company built cars for the elite audiences of England and Europe, designed Formula One race cars, went through several company names, sold and donated their expertise to industry competitors, and eventually was acquired by the Chinese multinational automotive company, Geely. However, through the ups and downs of its life, the company never faltered on its original aim of creating powerful racing vehicles. As evidenced by today's day and age and eco-friendly push, the Lotus Company is continuing its legacy into the electric vehicle industry with the almost omnipresent Lotus Evija. While the name Evija has biblical meaning, which translates to living, this car is the closest resemblance to a biblical beast. Just for clarity, Evija is spelled with a J, but it is pronounced like it has a Y. Evija. The Lotus Evija's horsepower is measured at 1,972 horsepower, which would make it the most powerful production vehicle in the world. Its 0 to 186 miles per hour is clocked to be 9.1 seconds. Its top speed is predicted to be way over 200 miles per hour, which instantly rivals other supercars like the Bugatti Chiron and the Rimac Nevera. Like the Rimac Nevera, the Lotus Evija is an electric vehicle, with 4 electric boosters that power these incredible stats. While performing is important to the engineers of the Lotus Evija, so is design. The EV's frame is shaped to be slicked and low to the ground, so it avoids the drag of the wind. The weight of the car is substantially lighter than its supercar competitors, being weighed at 3,700 pounds. The Lotus Evija's sheet metal includes a large rear wing for high speeds and butterfly doors for aesthetic design. However, the most important design noted by its engineers is the Venturi tunnels on the rear of the vehicle. These tunnels can pass up to 200 cubic feet of air per second, which as a result creates downforce without the risk of increased drag. Every aspect of the Lotus Evija is clearly designed for creating power and speed. And do not forget the control and stability of this EV beast. The Lotus Evija is installed with a single automatic transmission which siphons power to all 4 of its wheels. Its light curb weight and superior stability system guarantees optimal handling. The car has driving modes for all driver types: range, city, sport, tour, or track. Additionally, each mode enables some form of active aerodynamic optimization and adjustments on the torque vectoring axles, which in combination guarantees a powerful yet smooth driving experience. The F1-style biplane front splitter positioned in the front of the car ensures safe and agile turns at high speeds. While the power and balance of the Lotus Evija is otherworldly, so is its charging capabilities. A typical EV vehicle generally takes between 45 minutes to an hour for a full charge. However, the Lotus Evija only requires 12 minutes for an 80% charge and 18 minutes for a full charge, which allows the driver to travel up to 215 miles. Not only does the Lotus Evija move fast like the Flash, it also replenishes its energy at the same speed as the superhero. Everything discussed so far about the Lotus Evija has reflected innovation, ambition, and most importantly, futuristic revolution. However, the engineers did not want to lose the old-school touch. Therefore, they showcased this nostalgia through the retrofitted interior design of the car, where elements like the slender seats and shape of the steering wheel were all inspired by the company's racing cars back in the 50s and 60s. But don't worry, it might look a bit old school here and there, but the technology still ascends the modern day. The Lotus Evija's doors are handless. They instead open by the click of the key fob. The front seats are fabricated with a carbon fiber shell and thick pads wrapped in microfiber. The driver can also adjust the many aspects of the interior, such as the seats, steering column, and dashboard. In addition, the ski slope-style center console features touch-sensitive buttons that allows the driver to control the air conditioning system and other aspects of the car. And while physical comfort is important, so is virtual comfort. The Lotus Evija comes equipped with Bluetooth connectivity and an infotainment system. The infotainment system allows Apple CarPlay and Android Auto capability with sustained connection to the cloud. Drivers are also able to download the Lotus Evija smartphone app, which allows them to monitor the car's location, battery levels, and driving range. And if safety is a concern, then do not worry. The engineers have installed driving assistance technology into the car. Also, the deployable side cameras in front of the car replace the conventional wing mirrors. This change from mirrors to cameras grants the driver a wider field of view, and they will have more focus on the road, since the camera screens are positioned closer to their eye lines. And at nighttime, the first of its kind, laser lights shine bright on the open road, giving the driver a wider range of area to look at. The Lotus Evija is certainly incredible in all dimensions, and if you're an average Joe sitting at home watching this right now, then you should definitely look into buying the Lotus Evija. The car comes in a multitude of colors, which include but are not limited to absolute black, cirrus gray, dark amethyst, venom green, and solar flare. So break out the bank account and write the Lotus Company a check for $2 million. It's clearly quite expensive, but reasonable, given all the advanced features. However, if you're serious about purchasing the Lotus Evija, then get in line, because the Lotus Company announced a limited inventory of only 130 models of this EV beast. And if you live in the United States, then sadly you will not be able to drive the Lotus Evija on the street. Regardless of the price, law, and limited inventory, the Lotus Evija itself is an incredible electric vehicle. Its acceleration to 186 miles per hour is groundbreaking. Its rapid charging abilities are top tier, and its overall slender design is next to godliness. For over 70 years, the Lotus Company continued its goal of creating fast production cars, and now they include fast electric cars in that same inventory.